guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are going to be doing this super fun glitter cut crease. I know it's been done over and over and over again, but it's still one of my favorite and easiest go-to looks for the holidays, particularly Thanksgiving. I just feel like Thanksgiving demands a glitter cut crease for whatever reason, and of course to really up the ante of the fall vibe, I always go with a chocolatey lip. I love deep lips. So we are going to be doing this face of makeup today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you want to see anything else. And that's pretty much all I got. For today's video, I'm going to be using the Lunar Beauty Holiday Advent Calendar. You, of course, are not tied to using the same products that I am, something that you have readily available that is similar in color, or honestly the same steps but with your own color scheme will work just fine. The first thing I'm doing is I'm picking up a big fluffy brush and that yellow shade because I love yellow, especially in a fun fall look. And we are going to sweep that across not only our crease from the inner to the outer portion of the lid, but also a little bit higher. We want it to create a fade and kind of smoke that color out. We're not dragging it all the way up to our eyebrows though. It's not the 90s. Now we're picking up a neutral brown shade and we are going to pack that right here into just the crease. So we're not going quite as high as we did with the yellow, but we are making sure to kind of kiss that yellow and drag it a little bit further down towards our lash line. There's a slightly warmer brown. It almost has a red undertone to it in the same palette. So I'm going to take that same brush and we are going to pack that into the outer fourth of the lid, concentrating it as far in as the lash line and then up and out until we kind of meet those other two colors that we've put in there. It looks a little bit more red on camera, but I thought it added such a fun fall kind of element to it, especially with that tinge of red, and so I was super into it. You guys know, if I can use the same brush, I will, over and over again. We're dipping into the black in the palette. If you're using a different black from a different palette, I highly suggest finding one that is not the blackest black eyeshadow that you've ever used. Something about how sheer and buildable this is really works for the kind of look we're doing, where I didn't want the black to be overpowering. I just wanted to be able to pack that in the outer portion of the lid and really make the lower lash line look a little bit deeper. Now we're taking a little bit of concealer on the back of our hand and using a flat brush, which is the first new brush that we've introduced so far, we are carving out our crease about 2/3 of the way and then taking our finger and kind of, buffing out the edges, okay? We don't want it to be too terribly harsh. Now we're taking a different flat packing brush, one that does not have concealer on it, and I'm going in with a couple of different shimmers. There was a champagne one, a white gold, and I really wanted to play with both of those. Of course, this is just me being extra, so you could go with just one shimmer. You could go with a completely matte color that you wanted to throw in there. I just was trying to use every single color in this palette, apparently. But I did the more champagne-y gold here in the middle and then the white gold here on the inner corner. I also took it a step further and there was this reddish kind of color, and I decided that that shimmer needed to kiss the outer corner where it's a little bit deeper. So I added that as well. Now we need to add some eyeliner. This is nothing fancy. It's just one of the Wet n Wild markers. I like them because they're $4. Actually, I think they were $3 and then they got more expensive because they did well on TikTok. Oh no, that was the mascara from Essence. I don't know if you guys have tried that, but I'm using it now. I really love the waterproof one. I love how spindly the bristles are, but it was $3 and then they got popular, so now it's $4. I wanted to add a little bit more dimension to my waterline, and so I picked up one of these bronze ColourPop liners and popped that right down there. And then taking a little point brush, I'm picking up some of the same shades that we used earlier, particularly that really rich brown, and I am running that across my lower lash line. I love that when I choose colors that have a little bit of red in them or just warmth in general, that they make my green eyes almost kind of look like I've been crying. Okay, they pop so much. So if you have green eyes, maybe you should try it. I'm picking up just a hint of that same black, and kind of like we did earlier where we were just creating a little bit more depth, I'm going to pop that right here in the very outer corner of my lower lash line, kind of kissing into that liner from earlier. And then using that same pointed brush, I'm picking up one of those same shimmers, and I am going to pop that here on the inner corner. Do better than me, okay? Add that before you dip that same brush into black because you can definitely still see it a little bit. Now for the fun part. You can use whatever glitter adhesive you have. I like this one from NYX because it's easy to work with and not terribly expensive. You can't really see it, so I'll describe what I'm doing. I'm putting a little dollop on the back of my hand and then taking a thin paintbrush, and we are going to basically paint a line of that glue right here where we did our cut crease. If you were messy with your cut crease earlier, this is your time to fix it. And now I'm taking an eye candy glitter. I've had these for a while. I actually got them for free when I was working at Morphe. I have two. They are very similar. I would love to get more, but I don't want to pay for shipping and I don't know anywhere that I can get them. But I'm dipping that same paintbrush with its leftover glue into some of that glitter, and then we are going to trace that same line very gently so I don't get glitter fallout anywhere. You can be able to see it a little bit better when I move my head, but I'm so obsessed with these glitters. I wish I had one in every color because they're just so radiant. I think what it is that they're chunky, because I also have some of the NYX glitters and I don't love them in the same way that I love this. If you have a cosmetic glitter that you just love that's a little bit chunkier, please drop that in the comments because I would love to check it out. That is completely it for the eyes. I went ahead and finished off my face, and honestly, is it even a fall look for me if I don't include a chocolatey lip? Although this year, I did change it up a little bit, okay? Normally, I just do the Too Faced Naughty by Nature. That's been my go-to chocolate lipstick for a very long time. I'm pretty sure they discontinued it. I did buy this one from Urban Decay. This is the color Once Strangers from their liquid lip lacquer. I was looking for the House Labs one and they didn't sell it in Georgia yet, so I bought this instead, and honestly, I quite like it. I think I'm gonna go get more colors of this as well. All right, and that is it for today's look. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was useful, and if not useful, then slightly entertaining for you. Let me know anything else that you guys would love to see. Let me know if you wanna see more like, I know this is dramatic, but I consider it like neutral or soft without the lips. Okay, this could be a very subtle, no, I'm just wrong. Let me know if you want to see more looks in this kind of color scheme, or if you need something more bright and bold and dramatic, or just anything else you guys would love to see. I'd love to make for you. Also, don't forget to check out my TikTok because I do attempt to post daily content there. And that's pretty much all I've got for you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.